Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. I am Grundy, you are Gopher Grundy, and welcome to the Grundy and Jay channel. I am once again by myself, going to be watching a video. Back when I was a wee one, back when I was about 10, 11, 12, when I was a wee lad, we had this show on YTV, that's like the youth channel for Canadian kids. And on this channel, they had a show called Are You Afraid of the Dark? And what Are You Afraid of the Dark was a series of standalone spooky stories aimed at like preteens. They had a regular cast of people that told the stories, and they would all sit around a campfire, and they'd all, basically try and scare the hell out of each other with who had the best story, or, oh, is my story good enough? Was it spooky enough? I mean, am I in the club now? And I have a feeling that that's a lot what it's like on Monday mornings or like Friday mornings in a public school teachers lounge. They take turns telling each other scary stories of like horrible stuff that's happened to them throughout the week. Because let's get real, public school kids are probably just just horrible, just horrible. And I'll get into it a bit later, but before we do that, we got to watch a video. In this video, we can see a teacher has taken away a girl's phone, and it starts, and the girl has just pepper sprayed her teacher the first time. So let's give that a watch, shall we?
Mace? Nah, Mace is crazy. Nah, Mace is crazy.
Mace is crazy.
Nah, she just facing me. Nah. Nah, I gotta go. Hold on. Nah.
Okay, well, you probably shouldn't be touching her, dude, but... Oof. She just keeps yelling, give me my phone, over and over and over. I need my phone. Can I have my phone? She needs her phone, though. She needs her phone. Oh, man.
Watch out, man. Watch out.
Oof, is that nuts or what? Okay, so, should a teacher be able to take away a student's phone? Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, the student... You know what? That's probably not even the student's phone. Her parents probably bought her that phone, And the parents probably do waive certain... If I'm not mistaken, don't parents waive certain rights to their kids when they go into a public school? Like, there are certain things that the teachers are allowed to do, like confiscate distractions and stuff like that. And I imagine a phone would be a distraction. According to people in the comments, she was using it to cheat on a test, which, I mean, let's get real, wouldn't surprise me with how horrible young people are. But, yeah, even if that is the case, like, you tell her, get up, go to the office, I guess. Yeah, the fact that she pepper sprayed him is the real issue here. Like, what is this weapon doing in a school? Haven't we been making a big deal for the past, like, 25 years since Columbine when I was in grade 10? Like, haven't we been making a big deal about weapons in schools? Don't they have metal detectors in American schools? Isn't there all kinds of crazy stuff in place to make sure that people can't bring stuff like this into school? And here we are, we have a student using it on a teacher from behind because, allegedly she got caught cheating on a test, and the teacher took the phone away. Like, is this not nuts? Like, this girl's going to jail, like, or at least, she should be going to jail. This is nuts. You can't do stuff like this. This is crazy. It's crazy. Like, imagine being this girl's mother. Imagine being, like, somewhere out there, I'm telling you right now, okay? There is a Facebook group out there somewhere with a very embarrassed mother who has been tagged, and she is like, oh my god, deleting her social media. Why? Because this young lady is just evidence of how poor that mother did in bringing up her child. Why? All right, so while I was looking for more videos of teachers getting assaulted over their phones, I found a news story which gives us an update on the girl that pepper sprayed her teacher. So I have it open here. Now, the article itself doesn't give a whole lot of details, just says she's facing discipline from the school and that there is a police investigation, which, gosh, I hope so.
I want to stand up for other teachers.
Tonight in Crisis in the Classroom, a Metro High School student pepper sprays a teacher twice, once in the classroom, then again out in the hallway, all because he confiscated her phone.
Unfortunately, teachers tell us this is not an isolated attack. We've heard from other teachers assaulted by students. Fox 17 News' Caitlin Miller live in North Nashville tonight with a warning from teachers.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously teachers are not happy about this stuff. This is like the norm. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the girl when they took the phone away, but she's like, it's like a drug addict. You ever seen like what happens when you try and take meth away from a meth head? They're just like, no, it's my meth. Give me my meth. It's mine. Like, that's like the weird, like, Gollum-like behavior that you see from fucking meth heads when you try and take their drugs away. And that's exactly the way that this girl was behaving. Like, it's nutty.
Well, some teachers say that the biggest issue is that they don't feel supported by their administrators and school district. And they say that something really needs to change for the sake of their own safety.
Mace is crazy.
Take a look at this video
Mace
that
is
has
crazy.
gone viral. She sprays the teacher and then follows the teacher out, continuing to demand to get her phone back. Unfortunately, this is not an isolated incident. We've heard from several teachers who have been assaulted by students.
It's tough to walk away from something that you have spent over 30 years of your life enjoying. I have a passion to teach and to coach, and to not have that is something you're not really prepared for until you're faced with it.
Marquez says he was forced to either continue teaching the student who assaulted him while things played out in court, or quit, and he quit for his safety.
I want to stand up for other teachers.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked. Like, you're like waiting on a court date because someone assaulted you, and people talk about teachers unions all the time. Aren't teachers unions super powerful? Aren't they more scared of the teachers unions than they are of like some fucking juvenile, some JD loser? This doesn't pan out with the narrative. You know what I mean? Like, this is weird. I want to know more.
I want those teachers to feel supported. I think that's the number one thing as a teacher that you have to have.
We spoke with Julie Trudell, a Spanish teacher at Antioch High School, where the pepper spraying incident happened.
My first response is definitely of shock, and also just concern for his well-being after something like that.
Trudell says she feels safe teaching at Antioch High School and does not know of any other teachers who have been assaulted there recently. But she adds their school could be more consistent with disciplinary action on how they respond to incidents. MNPS says the student has received appropriate disciplinary consequences and says an incident...
I mean, appropriate for school or appropriate for society? Because those are not the same thing. Like, I remember being a teenager in public school, and it's like, it's way more like prison than anything else. I would have to say. Like, I've never been to prison, but it's the closest thing. Like, when you watch prison movies and you watch, if you ever watch 60 Days In or anything like that, like the way that the prisons operate with the social paradigms and shit like that, I'd say that's probably closer to high school than any high school movie you've ever seen. It's really literally, that's just the way it is. When you force... You could be the best parent in the world, okay? You could be the absolute best parent in the world. Do everything right to your kid. Read for your kid every night. Fucking invest yourself in his development, all that kind of stuff. And then as soon as you send him off to a public school, congratulations. You just pooled him with the children of the people who, I don't know, do heroin every day. You know what I mean? Like, the kid who's not socialized properly, the kid who still fucking bites people and can't speak proper English, that kid. Well, you know what? You're forcing your child to be in a building with that kid. The kid who walks around biting people and punching people and fucking lifting up girls' skirts and shit like that. The piece of shit who obviously hasn't been parented properly, right? Well, you're locking your well-socialized child in a building with this criminal piece of shit all day long, okay? And you're wondering why kids don't want to go to school. Well, it's not because classes are boring. I mean, every class is boring. It's not because of that shit. The reason that kids don't want to go to school is because schools are just not safe. It takes one kid to terrorize 50 other kids, okay? Unfortunately, that's how, and if you don't get rid of that one kid, those other 50 kids, well, it's going to affect them. I'm sorry. So you have to make a decision at the end. And I'm against, like, you know, what do they call it? Consequentialism? Or when you needs of the many over needs of the few? What's that? What's that called? Anyway, put it down in the comments. I'm against that. But at the end of the day, like, when you have a public school and it's one person who is just bringing everyone down, well, you know what? You got to get the fuck out. You're done. Go get a GED, loser. See you in a couple of years, you know?
Report was filed with Metro Police.
Good.
And Metro Police say that both the teacher and the student are claiming that they were both assaulted. So they say that Youth Services is now investigating this case. Reporting live from North Nashville, I'm Caitlin Miller, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Now, to see the policies and procedures that Metro schools use to determine discipline, go to our website, fox17.com, and search for Handbook for Student Discipline.
Jackie, thank you.
Yeah,
this
well,
weekend, the Metro officers...
You know what you need to do? You need to go up and look up the Handbook of Societal Discipline. It's called The Law. And I'm pretty sure what we saw that girl do to that teacher from behind, while he wasn't looking, was a crime. We'll keep you updated, I guess, if anything else happens, and see you in about 5 minutes with another fucking case of students being violent against their teachers. Have a wonderful day. Grundy out.